So on the sixth day, God created man in his own image. And what does that mean? Well, one of the first things that we see is that mankind, humans, are unique. Being created in the image of God means that we're not like all the other things that God created. We're not like the sky, the land. We're not like vegetation, or even the other creatures that God has made. So let's look at what God did on the sixth day. First, God created the land creatures. That's verses 24, Genesis 1:24 through 25. That says, "And God said, let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, livestock and creeping things, and beasts of the earth according to their kinds. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds, and the livestock according to their kinds, and everything that creeps on the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good." In these two verses, we have a summary explanation of how all the animals came into existence. God created beasts, livestock, and creeping creatures. This describes the broad categories of all the land-dwelling creatures. But God also made them according to their kinds. So there was different canine kind, there was feline kind, there was insect kinds, all different kinds. And all the different kinds of animals were good. Then God created man. See, in verse 26, there is at the end of verse 25, there's a pronouncement of that it was good. So when we get into verse 26, you have really this transition here. See, after every special creation, God said it was good. He saw that it was good. And that was the end of the animals. Boom. God saw them. They were good. And so the beginning with the creation of man, it's a different thing than all the other animals. What follows is another stage of creation. God created all the living creatures on the earth, whether they were in the air or water or on the land. Then God made humans. The creation of man was unique. This teaching puts Christians at odds with a lot of different worldly philosophies. One group that specifically takes aim at this, I mentioned before, is PETA. You can take a look at their website, go over to their website, and they say things like, many humans grow up thinking of themselves as entirely different from and superior to other animals. Yes, because if we read the Bible growing up, then we would have read, yes, that we are different from the other animals. But their website also says, which lays the foundation for exploiting them. So thinking that you're superior to other animals, thinking that you're entirely different from them, means that that lays the foundation for coming exploitation. Now, granted, we're sinners, we're evil people. That could lead to exploitation. But it doesn't always lay the foundation for it. I mean, you can believe that you are just the same as another animal and exploit them at the same time. You can exploit your own species. Hello, look at mankind. That's all we do is exploit our own species. So this is directly, I think, an attack against the book of Genesis here. One of the other things the website also says is that we are alike in ways that matter most. What? We are alike in the ways that matter most. Okay, so the ways that matter most is the ways that we're just like all other animals. To me, so our ability to love, our ability to think and rationalize and do all the things that are not like other animals, those are important. But the base things, the things that God put into all of the creatures, well, that's the most important thing. Great, so they just lowered us down to every other animal. So that makes us all equal. Therefore, we have, and I think it really destroys the basis of rights. But we'll get to that later on. But here, according to God, what they say here is not true. We were uniquely made, and what matters the most is that uniqueness. The image of God sets us apart from the rest of God's creatures.